Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Michigan Wolverines and Arizona.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
On the court for Michigan, Smith is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2 spot.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court. And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
Outside, Jones. He kicks it to Ellis. A baseline J, and the shot falls short this time.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. You're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Arizona shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Hollis Jefferson at the line for 2.
And the free throw, no good. Well, for the Arizona Wildcat program, they didn't really become the force it is today until the 80s. Since then, Greg, Arizona has been a big player in the conference.
How about having a string of conference titles, 14 in total, all coming since 1986?
That one is no good.
And for the Wildcats, arguably their best years were in the late 90s and early 2000s. In 1997, they won their lone college championship. A lot of trips to the Final Four around that time, too.
And Arizona has been on the upswing in recent seasons, though. They continue to come into the tournament as a high seed and win their conference. This could be the start of kind of a second golden age for the program.
The Wolverines shooting their first free throws of the game right now. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
Good on both.
And for the Wolverines, they have one official title in 1989. Have made it into the college championship game a lot of other times. Finished 5 times as the runner-up.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And there have been some highs and lows in the Michigan program. Overall, you have to give them credit for being a persistent presence in the tournament. A lot of iconic moments have involved the Maize and Blue.
Jones for 3. They get it back. Ellis can't get it to go. Ellis has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. There's the feed to Richardson. Another 3 for Arizona.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Michigan trails by 3. And Stevenson kicks to Jefferson. There's the pick. Feeds to Knight. Stevenson dishes to Knight. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off. And with Arizona, you know they are going to be competitive year in and year out. They do a great job of recruiting, and they always seem to feel the team ready to make a deep run in the tournament. Just a very consistent program.
On the court for Michigan, they've got Taylor. Cunningham is out there with Jefferson, and it's Knight in at the 2-guard spot. So they take the lead. Stevenson's got his first bucket in this one.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
The key word with Arizona, Clark, is consistency. Always in the tournament, usually make it a few rounds.
Yeah, and typically as a top seed is why they do that. Since '85, Arizona has only missed the tournament one time.
There's the screen. Rejected by Richardson. There's a minute 40 left here in the first half of basketball, and he gets it to go.
And Freak has really come out blazing here in the first half, absolutely imposing his will on the opponent.
And, Greg, that's what great college players do. I mean, they control the game and really make the opposing defenses adjust to them.
Here is Stevenson following the basket by Freak. Taylor passes to Stevenson. Michigan moving it around. Clock at 6. Jefferson's shot is off. Arizona leading by 3. Now Richardson. He's got 12. Here's Hollins. Again, Arizona.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
55 seconds left here in the first half. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Stevenson with it. Out defended by Freak. Back to Jefferson. Williams with the steal. Here's Ewing. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet. Ewing's got his second bucket of the night.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Stevenson with it. He's against Hollins. Shot to end this cold run, and once again off the mark by Michigan. No good. And so we conclude the first half. Arizona ahead, up by 9. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the second half of college hoops underway. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
Richardson, he's in at point guard. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the 5 spot.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
On the court for Michigan, we've got Ellis. He's out there with Smith, Flash out there with Jones, and it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. Puts one up from 19, and there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Johnson. 19 points for Freak.
Boy, Arizona has had a lot of outstanding players in the NBA at all positions. For a while, they were known as a guard factory, and rightly so. Plenty of the outstanding guards have played in Wildcat jerseys.
Here's Flash. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And Michigan has possession. Arizona getting their last shot to go. Flash passes to Ellis. The 19-footer is on the money. For the Arizona Wildcat program, a lot of great guards over the years. Perimeter players in general have been their strength.
Yeah, think about it. Andre Iguodala, Jason Terry, Richard Jefferson are some of the recent names. How about Gilbert Arenas as well? I mean, they've made their way also into the coaching ranks as well, with Steve Kerr doing a terrific job with the Warriors, and now Luke Walton, an assistant.
Goodwin's checked in for Richardson.
Happy Goodwin.
Here's Banks. It's deflected. Cunningham inside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Richardson, he's in at shooting guard, and it's Lawson in at the point. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Arizona?
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
So we can't get either to fall. On the wing, Johnson. For three. Crawford with the rebound. Michigan trails by 11. And the pass to Flash. Launches a three. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Pass to Flash. There's the dish to Crawford. Here's Ellis. The shot is off, so Arizona will take it the other way. And again it will go. Basket is good from Richardson. Richardson's got 11 in the second half. Crawford left side. The three. The rebound by Johnson.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Arizona.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Richardson. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's Flash. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
You know, sometimes you can see.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
That's the flash. 34 seconds left in the second half of basketball. And the foul called on three.